B is for boost. Thanks for joining me. What are we up to today? Well, we're going to be up to a couple things when it's still nice outside. It's getting that time of year. By the time you see this, it might be actually winter for me. But it's getting that time of year that we need to wash the Camaro and vacuum it out and put it in storage with the cover on it. So last weekend we got rid of 2 Camaros. The black one and the white one went for storage, which leaves me with my driveway looking like this. We have the SRT that was bought for the transmission swap and other things for the red car. We have the twin turboed SHO, turboed truck, NYGs over there. We got 3 cars in the garage. And then we have our car, which is the big turboed SRT as well, which all these cars are getting some changes. So if you're not familiar with this Camaro, guys, it is a 2011 SS Supercharged 6.2 LS3, little over 600 horsepower to the wheels. And if my clutch wasn't fucked, I would probably do a burnout to show you guys, but I know it's going to happen. If I do, it's probably going to be the end of it. It needs a clutch. We do have a twin disc for it, which we'll install sometime at a later date. So let's do one hell of a cold start, because it hasn't been started in probably a month, and let's get up there and get it washed. Sound that bad if you ask me. Poor car does need some love. It does sit. I think I drove it maybe 2,000 kilometers this year, and it's going to see some changes. Now, I don't know if those changes will be next year or this year, but this is going to be a Copo carbon fiber hood, and we're going to finish off the GM lip kit that I'm robbing off the SS RS convertible, and then that's going to get a Z-on-1 bumper and stuff. So, if you guys like the Camaro, let me get your opinion. You will see the lip kit is gray because it came off a black RS SS, which I own. I kind of think that it all should be orange, and then you'll see the lip kit there as well. That's all gray. Leave a comment. Should the lip kit go orange, or should it stay gray as the factory color? I paint for a living, my whole family does, so painting doesn't bother me one bit. But let's get this washed up, guys. I'm gonna let the car run when we wash it down, guys, just because it has been running probably, like I said, over a month at least. Has been driven in probably 3 months, and we're gonna store it for the winter. So I might as well let it charge up itself and do its thing, and let's get it washed. So now that that's cleaned, I don't know why I don't drive it, but here, look at this bad boy. It looks red, but it's actually orange. It's such a gorgeous color. I still gotta clean the interior real quickly. I'll wipe it down, and I'm gonna get my portable vacuum, and then I'll vacuum up the floor mats. If you guys are into Dodges, you'll remember this. My little guy. That's hilarious still. So it's clean, it's good to go. So up here is out of the way. You don't really see it because of the way my garage is set up. So let's show you. So up here is where the car is going to be put away for the year. So I originally had the black SS RS up here, which wasn't bad, but I had to make room for other cars. So it needs to be cleaned, but this is where it's going. I'm going to clean this up off camera, and then we're going to get to some other stuff, guys, to show you. Neon. let's get in the garage, let's check it out. If you follow the last video, we got the Neon and the Civic all primed up yesterday. So let's go check this out. For November, it's getting quite chilly. Okay, so here we are. I think we're gonna work on the Neon Roadster today. The biggest thing is I want to get it all prepped, ready for paint. Now, in doing that, like I mentioned before, I don't want to get into the black here because I'm not redoing the black at all. So I just need to make sure I can tape up that edge. That's why my primer stopped beforehand. So I'm also get this all ready for paint. I'd like to get it done. It's going to be probably 2 or 3 days into one video. We're going to get it up and ready, and then we're going to start planning our motor. So for anyone that isn't familiar with this car, it's very dusty and dirty, so I don't want to be climbing all over it and stuff. But the door panels are hideous, they're coming out. The speakers are being redone in the back, and I've already sold off a few things I didn't like when it was SRT swap, so now it's just been sitting for over a year. So I put the old dash harness back in, and I also installed the old 98 Neon harness and stuff. The issue is now I'm running a tuck harness that I already bought that's been pre-tucked. So now all that has to come back out so I can put that all in. So we're gonna get on with this. So we're gonna get some 320, we're gonna start sanding the primer, and then we're gonna 400 the whole engine bay. Now, originally when I did this car, I did it with like 800, guide coated everything, each coat. So I went 320 guide coat, 400 guide coat, 600 guide coat, 800 guide coat, 1000 guide coat. And it's been pretty straight the whole time. This engine bay has so many curves, so many bends. I'm literally gonna 400 it, probably sealer, and away I go. I might not even seal it actually, depending on if I break through many spots. Let's play it by ear. So as you see, I just taped up the two-tone part so I don't scratch it when I'm scuffing up the paint. So I 320'd it real quickly. I'm gonna 400 it all by a feather edger, and then I'll do all my edges. Now the bumper will come off for this because I'm probably gonna paint the inside as well to clean that up since it's been a long time coming. So don't look too bad, to be honest. So you'll see a nice con curves. Now there's still a little bit of work that needs to be done right there, but I can get all that afterwards. Now the struts will be dropped out, the air ride, so that will be all painted properly. And the top of the air ride will be repainted black again. It was just old and needed to be cleaned up, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But you'll see that the edge is completely good all the way through. That way I don't gotta worry about scuffing the edge. and then I won't have to worry about scuffing the window because I want to get all this prepped as well. And the feather edger is probably the best bet. Man, that color, even right now, looks so different. So this is the color is a Furious Fusion off a Dodge Challenger. I wanted to stick with the Dodge theme when I did this car, so I got like a Dodge Challenger fuel door. I did the Dodge color, stuff like that, right? So here, I'll show you. So dusty back here, but you'll see the Dodge Challenger fuel door. Man, this needs to be redone. Whew. Thank God someone's showing some love to it. Back before B is for Boost was a thing, was Boosted Nation. Which, by the way, you guys can find us on Facebook as Boosted Nation if you haven't been following us yet. So I'm gonna have some fun here and I'll start sanding. Settling out there that you guys just seen. I'm going to show you what I have over here. This stuff needs to go. So you'll see that I do have two dual cam motors. Actually, I got 5 of them to be honest. So I'm going to probably take the one with the nicest looking block and use that to start with. That one obviously has cam gears and stuff, so I'll probably end up putting cam gears on. I have Crane 18s, cam gears. I got an underdrive pulley that you can see right there. I'm going to run no power steering. I'm just going to have the alternator, that's it. I do have the dual cam valve cover there that I will powder coat, and a whole bunch of other parts, so like an Iceman. That intake manifold has been port and polished, so I'll probably end up using that. I'll sandblast that. So I do have a lot of random parts kicking around, and like these are dual cam here as well. So you know, like I do have stuff. These ones are AEM. So I do have stuff I can use. So as you see here, the engine bay is pretty well ready to go, other than maybe a half hour left worth of prep. I just ran out of red Scotch-Brite pads for the edges. So like here, I need a red Scotch-Brite pad. Here, I'm gonna drop the strut so I can get around this with a feather edger way better. And then same with the other side. But you see that it's nice and dull. Dull is what you want. If it's shiny, it means the paint's gonna peel. And let's face it, we don't want the paint to peel. So like I said, with the new Scotch-Brite pad, I can get in here a little bit where it's still a little shiny, and then I can finish it off. So there's a couple things down below. I'm gonna probably paint my K-member, excuse me. I'm gonna paint my K-member black this year, and then I'm probably going to have to weld on a bubble strut mount because that was cut off. It was cut off for the SRT swap, and then I'm gonna put the master cylinder in once it's painted. It's already purple. I might leave it purple. I'm gonna wipe it down, see what kind of shape it's in. If it's in good shape, it will stay purple. If I have to paint it, I might paint it black this time just to give a little contrast. I'm pretty sure I'm painting the transmission in block black, and then I'll do black power coating on all the brackets and stuff like that. So maybe we'll make this into a couple days video into one. So we'll be back, guys.